Feel like I got the Lord Farquaad going on right now with my hair. I know because of the long hair, I look like a stoner, but I do not smoke. I don't do any drugs. I don't even drink alcohol. The only time I do is like pretty much when I'm forced or like when I'm in a social situation. But I have dabbled in, you know, the marijuana. Got some fun stories. The first time I've ever smoked was with one of my friends, and it was through a cart. And he said, hey, I'll hold the cart button. You just breathe in until I tell you to stop. I'm like, okay, did not know. Don't do that. We were in some plaza. Oh my God. I think I got high like immediately. It was awful. I got like the worst cotton mouth. And like there was only one person that was like really monitoring how I was. I'm like, I need water bad. So we went to a Chipotle. They went in and they gave me like, you know, the mini like office cups that you've seen in like movies or shows. They got that. It's like the mouthwash cup or something like that. That's pretty much what I got. May have been a little bigger. And like that was all the water I can get. I'm like, this sucks. It was my first time having Chipotle. I didn't even taste it. Like the texture was fine. I got a burrito bowl. I don't know what kind. I don't know what it was. The texture, it was just filling. And I'm like, this isn't bad. I may have been getting like shaky. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I barely remember the rest of the night, but like, I guess we just drove around for the rest of the night maybe. And then it was time for me to drive home. I'm like, I don't think I can do that. And then like one of my friends offered like, hey, you can like stay at my house. Hey, you're fine. I'm like, I need my bed. I need the nice comfort so much. Like I need my blankets. I need familiar surroundings. And I'm like, all right, but like be careful. And I'm like, okay. And then he said, before you leave, don't make eye contact with your mom. Okay. So I get in my car and I'm driving. It's fine. But then music's too distracting, even though it's on one. I need to focus. So I changed the radio to a staticky channel where it's just all static. I just listened to static all the way home. On like half of the drive home, I was stuck behind a drunk driver. So he was swerving. I'm not safe behind this guy. I need to go around. And when I went around him, he may have like clipped like my bumper or something. I looked, I couldn't find any scratches or anything that he hit me. That's good. Maybe I was just delusional. So I get home, I go in, and my mom like walks up to me and I'm just staring at the floor like, I'm good. I'm going to bed. Wide eyes staring at the floor. I go to bed and then I wake up with like the meanest sore throat. And I ended up having a sore throat for the next 5 days. But like she said like, hey, you smoked last night, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, all right, that's fine. Or maybe I told her I smoked last night and then she was like, yeah, I could tell. That was the very first time. Second time was with my dad's ex. She was a nurse, so she should have known not to do this. She said, hey, have some tequila rose, which is like a strawberry alcohol, and then have this little piece of a 500 milligram Nerds rope. Looking back, that's not a good combination. So that was my first time with a gummy. I've only had one time with a gummy. It was on Christmas Eve, so for some reason, the live-action Grinch was just on. And that's probably the worst thing to go to sleep to when you are on a 500 milligrams Nerds rope. I don't know how much it is, because it was like that much of 500 milligrams, so I'm not sure if that was like 100 or 75, or I don't know what it could be. But it was like that much of 500. No, never again. That was awful. I had panic attacks all night, and you know, the Grinch was playing on Netflix, and you know on Netflix, when the movie's over, it's done. For some reason, I tried to sleep on the couch. The movie just replayed, and like shortly before the movie ended, probably like 15 minutes before it ended, they went upstairs to like go to bed. So it was just me, and that movie just replayed, and I'm like, all right, I didn't touch the remote. I'm keeping my eyes just glued shut. I don't like this. And then I heard like, oh, one person entered the room. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then 2 people, and then 3 people. I'm like, I don't know who these people are. And then I just like felt them sit down and just stare at me. This is horrifying. I feel like I'm in like Insidious or something. So I just have like random people in the room, which I'm not looking at, and they're just staring at me. Menacingly! I'm like, oh, this is awful. This is awful. Get away. It's like every 5 minutes I'd fall asleep and wake up panicking. Oh God. So then like the next morning they said like, oh, how do you sleep? I'm like, I did not sleep. That was the edible. And then the third and final story was the best experience I had when I was high, which is not good still. I wanted to hang out with a friend that I've known since like elementary school. He moved away. I haven't seen him in a long time. So we just connected and he's like, hey, let's meet up. I'm like, awesome, great, I'll go. We like go to some park and then he rolls a blunt and I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, smoke in front of me, I don't care. I have the other friend that does the cart who smokes all the time. You know, it's fine. And then he hits it and then he offers me to hit it. And I'm like, nah, I'm okay. And then his wife says, well, yeah, of course, look at him. He's not gonna do it. And then out of spite, I just take it and then just do the biggest inhale and then give it back to him. I don't even know like how much I just inhaled, but it felt like I did either half or all of it, and it was just instant high. We start driving for some ungodly reason. We play a game where I just tell him, go left, right, straight, do whatever, and then I'm pretty much directing him where to go just to like drive and get lost. I used to do that a lot, so it may have been my idea, but oh, you should not have trusted me. We ended up in like a swamp, and who knows where. I don't even think we were in the same state, because at some point we ended up in Springfield, Massachusetts, and like when you looked up, it was like all the lights from like the Blinding Lights music video or something, or like that Super Bowl thing where he was just lost and he was trying to find his way around. It felt like we were in that when I was just looking up. This story might be out of order because of how high it was. We were on the highway and then his transmission blew, so we were just stuck on the side of the highway. And I was no help because I was having the greatest time in the world. I don't know if he had a dog with him or if I was just petting a coat or something. While we were stranded on the side of the highway and he was, you know, fixing his transmission or something, I was just petting just the fluffiest dog I've ever felt. I really don't know if that dog was real. But yeah, I just kept petting and petting him, like everything's beautiful. The sky's so peachy. I could eat the moon. It's made of cheese. Like everything was just great. And yeah, the reason why that trip was horrible is because so many bad things happened. Like we got lost, we ended up in a swamp, we're not in a swamp, but like in the area. The transmission ended up failing, and all I could do was just smile and wave. I was like the penguins, like I was having a good time. If it was a life or death scenario, I would have been fine with whatever option was chosen. I didn't get a 5-day sore throat afterwards, so you know, that was good. I don't remember returning home. This is the same story in my no burping video on the second channel. I'm not sure if I was high for this story or if it was another time I hung out with them. They took me to get a McDonald's Sprite because I couldn't burp, and I just downed that thing without burping. Song of the day is gonna be Mr. Telephone Man by New Edition. Every single song I recommend, it's been on loop for days, so it's pretty much the same excuse every time of why I recommend it. It's just such a nice song about someone just calling the operator saying like, hey, my girlfriend's not picking up, make her pick up. You can click the card in the top right or go in the description, it'll be there. And yeah, I don't have an outro for this yet. If you guys don't like this gameplay, I also have the B movie on an emulator on my computer, so I can always play that for background gameplay. I'm just thinking I should put something on that's just brain dead to me so I can talk and not focus on whatever. And like I would snipe, because that's like what I mainly do, but that requires too much focus. Where on the second channel, I tried to talk, and every single time I'd run into somebody, I'd just shut up and focus on trying to get a headshot to one-tap them. But now with like the other guns, I just run up to someone, tap, run up to someone, tap. Let me know if you guys want the B movie or any other like movie tie-in game, because you know, this started out as a movie channel. Even though I don't watch movies that much anymore, I want like something to resemble movies since it was just a huge part of my life. So yeah, I think the B movie could be fun. Yeah, let me know if there's old PS2 games or like just any old games that I could like emulate on my computer and I could play for you guys just to have in the background.